So how I think about it, like for example, if you're a clairvoyant, that's different, right? You're able to pull on strangers' energy, but you're able to pull on that because those are the soul contracts that those people agreed on, right? When they created a blueprint for their life, they agreed that this was the path that they were going to go on. So when they're tapping into the energy of that person, it's because they already have a soul contract together, right? If they don't have a soul contract together, then it would just be like that, like no, like this is not a connection for you, like let go of this connection. That's what they would be tapping into, right? But when you're doing readings and if you're pulling your own cards and you're pulling on your divine masculine, let's say, then again, you're going to get the same messages because it's your divine masculine. And maybe you'll get messages from a new energy that's coming in, right? That's coming into your life, or another energy if you have other energies in your oh my god, in your field as well, right? Then you might tap into those energies as well because you have soul contract with them as well, or you've had past life with those people. So it's one of those things that you can, if you're getting the same messages over and over, then you're usually tapping into one divine masculine that that you have a soul contract with, right? But like even tarot readers, it's like it'll say like you have two people coming in, right? Or two people in your energy that are trying to win your affection and whatever, right? That's what some of the messages that people will get. And in those sense, like those are soul contracts that you set up, and it's a choice up to you on who you decide to pursue a life with, right? But it's not saying that it's one or the other that you're meant to. You have soul contracts with both of them, and the choice was always whether you pursue one or the other, right? And again, it's like if that person that you have a soul contract with chooses a different path and doesn't choose to go on their blueprint and fulfill their life with you, then the universe is going to send you another energy because you're not meant to be quote unquote alone in this life. So based on your frequency, it's going to send you another energy for you to have your wish fulfillment and fulfill a life with, right? Because that was your soul mission to, and I think everyone's soul mission is to find love. It's just that because of our trauma, our jadedness, a lot of people put love on the back burner and be like, I don't want to deal with love anymore, right? Because of the things that they went through. But everyone's purpose, part of their purpose is to fulfill your mission and be of service to this world, but also love is part of your purpose. So again, what I'm basically saying is that we all have free will to make the decisions that we make, right? To stay on an abundant timeline or sway and go down a different path and stay in a low vibrational state, choose other people, and those people could be soul contracts as well, or karmic. But if we're not healed and we don't work on ourselves, then we're going to keep attracting karmic connections because it will be lessons and it will be based on our frequency. The universe is going to give you based on the frequency that you're vibrating at because you haven't gained self-worth, self-love, self-esteem, healed your trauma, recognized your triggers. So you're going to keep attracting the same type of partner over and over again who manipulates you, cheats on you, abuses you, whatever the case may be. You're going to keep attracting that because you don't value yourself. But if you raise your frequency, then you're going to start attracting a different type of person that's on that same frequency of high vibration, positive, uplift you, hardworking, ambitious, really understands you, listens to you, pours their love into you, wants to build a future for you, wants to provide, wants to protect you. You're going to start attracting that because you value yourself at that level. So it's like, again, because I always get sidetracked, so you create your blueprint of the soul contracts, the experiences that you're going to have, right? The mission that you're meant to accomplish in this lifetime, and the karmic connections that you're meant to close out. So all the things, all the negative energy that you accumulated in past lifetimes, and the people that you've hurt and that have hurt you, you guys need to close it out and let that energy go, right? Release that negative energy with love and light, basically, and try to let go of that anger and resentment and forgive whatever's happened because you guys were two souls, unhealed, hurting each other from an unhealed place, right? And learning those lessons. So how you heal those contracts is by not repeating those same mistakes and choosing to do better, right? Apologizing if you have to, if you feel that you're in the wrong as well, right? It also takes two to tangle, so one person is never the perfect innocent lamb that doesn't do anything. No, it's two to tangle, that that both parties need to apologize and recognize their flaws, so the connection can be closed out. But if one person doesn't recognize, you can still forgive and heal and close out and apologize and take responsibility and close out the connection on your side. They might not close it out with you, but what will happen is if they don't close out with you and take accountability and apologize and change and whatever, then they're going to experience another relationship that is a different phase, but something that behaviors that triggered them that they haven't closed out because they haven't healed and worked on their stuff. So they're going to attract in the same type of energy that is triggering them so that they can learn the lesson, right? But if they choose to heal and both of you guys close out together, everything's peaceful, then you guys will both attract new people that are on your vibration, right? So it's like, even though you create this blueprint of your divine counterpart, let's say, it doesn't mean that you'll end up with your divine counterpart, because it's about both of you guys doing the healing work and choosing to come back together. But if one person chooses not to come back into that relationship, then you will have soul connections with other people that you, so that's like kind of funny, because when I think about the blueprint, it's like, do you create the blueprint that you can have multiple soul connections, or is it just part of your makeup? So maybe you may create a soul contract. Now I'm confused. You may create a soul contract with one person to do this life with, or multiple people to do this life with. Like, I think that just based on our frequency is that we have energetic ties to people. So if I start vibrating at high frequency, and all my lifetimes I wasn't vibrating at that high frequency, let's say, then I'm going to enter a whole new soul tribe. So it's technically not part of the blueprint that I've written. Or maybe the blueprint was always to get onto my highest timeline, and that divine counterpart, their blueprint was always to get on their highest timeline, but because they didn't, now a new set of soul connections come into my existence. And then it's not that a new blueprint gets written, because my blueprint is about my soul's mission, that I guess it's more so that I write a blueprint. If it's not with that person, like that soul contract that you create, then it's going to be a new soul contract is basically going to be written in this lifetime, but you've written based on your frequency. It's energy that you match with. So it's like these traits that you're after is just based on a frequency that you're vibrating at, right? So yeah, it's interesting, because it's like, yes, the universe is watching everything that you're doing and observing and giving you based on your behavior, which is based on your vibration and how you act. It's not just your thoughts. You can say thoughts all day, but if you're not vibrating the high frequency, none of those thoughts are going to come into fruition. You have to be doing the work to face your shadows, not let yourself be in a low vibration, overcome insecurities, work on yourself, like all the things I always talk about in all my videos. Then your manifestations are going to trickle in. But if you keep having these same, like, say you're scared that your money's going to run out, your finances, right? So you're scared to spend, and you're like holding on to yourself like the Four of Pentacles, holding on to your finances like the Four of Pentacles. Then you're still in a scarcity mindset, so that abundance is not coming in. Even though you're at a higher frequency in terms of abundance, you're still at a lower frequency because you're scared that money will run out. So you have to overcome that scarcity mindset and not spend frivolously, but to buy the things you need to buy in order for you to raise that frequency and get out of that scarcity mindset, that if it does run out, I know the creator is gonna give me more, because I'm not buying frivolously, buying $1,000 dress, let's say. No, I'm buying the things I need that is part of my growth, and the things that I need for myself, right? And for my kids and whatever, right? Like, whatever it is, bills that you need to pay, stuff like that. I'm doing the things that are required, so the universe is gonna bless me with more, right?